And welcome back to the L N Autocare channel. As some of you might have seen in some of the previous videos, there was a third car in the L N Autocare fleet. With winter coming up and the car cleaning side of it starting to cool down, I thought I'd take this time and get myself a winter project on getting this car back on the road. So the car has a T16 Rover turbo engine, as you can see here. I thought I'd run through some of the specs of it, as it is quite modified. Inside we have forged pistons and forged conrods. It has a brand new crank. It has Piper or Pipper pulleys and cams, and it also has a stage 3 T3 turbo hidden away down in there, built many moons ago by the one and only Wilkie. Some of the more recent work that I've actually done to the car, I've changed over the throttle body mount to the alloy one, and I've also had to change over the alternator as it was completely seized solid. Behind the set of mini alloys we have a pair of 620 turbo calipers and a set of MGZS V6 discs, the 282mm ones. As you can see, they've seen better days, so that's definitely on my list. Along with some of the suspension work behind it, I've got some Powerflex bushes that I want to change over. On the rear axle, I'm still running the drum setup. I've never had an issue with this, but obviously in the future I would like to maybe change it over to the brake disc setup instead. So inside the car we have a pair of OMP TRS's tricolours, I believe they're called. I've matched them up with some OMP harnesses, and they're sitting on some OMP bases as well that were designed for this car. They're quite snug, in fairness, so I'm not sure whether they'll be staying or if I'll be putting back in the old Rover 820 Recaro bucket seats I've got sitting upstairs in the loft. If you're around when I started the channel, you would have known one of my first two videos was removing and refabricating the headlining to this Marmite camo. But as you can see from the outside of the car, it sort of matches up with the olive drab. I do have other plans for it. It won't be just staying the one colour like this with the plastic rusty bumpers. And yes, I know, plastic doesn't rust, but this is proof that it can if you just put enough effort in. Obviously there's a few things I need doing on this. Definitely starting with the brake discs and the pads. Under the bonnet there's not a lot to do under there, as it's pretty much all been rebuilt. Inside interior, I don't think there's much to do, as I'm quite happy with the setup on the front end of the car. It does have though a rather spectacular inspection hole in the rear of the vehicle, as you can probably see by there. That is quite fantastic, and obviously I think I need to finish off the boot. As some of you might know, if you change from a Mark 1 to a Mark 2 boot lid, you've got to either install some sort of button, or every time you unlock your vehicle the boot lid will pop back open. It's quite an easy task apparently, so that's definitely on my list of things to do. And I also need to find a way of mounting the speakers and a fire extinguisher system, or fire extinguisher, in the back of the vehicle. As you can see, the harnesses have been done properly, they're now bolted to the floor. I went to a specialist in the Rhondda Valley area, or just outside of it, who fitted this nice bar in here for me, and yeah, it's definitely got a few issues and a few bits and pieces left to do on it, and hopefully it'll get through an M.O.T, no issue. The rear struts both need changing, as one is completely collapsed, so I'll have to be sending them back off to Gaz. As you can see, the arch gap is quite low. But, yeah, for a car now coming up to 20 years old, I think it deserves a little bit more of love, and certainly need to get it back on the road, as it's absolute hoot to drive, and it certainly keeps up with some of the more modern cars these days now. But it gives off the overall appearance that it shouldn't even be on the road, but yeah, I couldn't care less about that. It's all about personal choice. So, if you enjoy this kind of video, I want to see more of me sort of fixing the car, then please drop me a like, comment, anything like that. It all helps the channel, and I do really enjoy interacting with you, even if it's negative comments. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Whether it's right or wrong is another question, but there we are. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. If you made it this far into the video, I just want to give you a little quick bonus feature as well. The car does run and drive, and I will prove that now. Just that she's a bit smoky, as you can see.